How can we make our travel experiences more meaningful? In this video, I'm sharing a few tips I've discovered on how to stay calm and manage my expectations to maximize my chances of having a good time when traveling. You may find it helpful if you're trying to manage travel anxiety too. Let's dive straight in. Now, do you get anxious easily? If so, have a plan B to minimize that stress. Here's an example. After learning from experience, I'm all about avoiding short layovers between flights because you never know when a flight might be delayed. And I always download a bunch of fun stuff to keep me entertained while I wait. If you're worried about logistics and going solo, group tours are an option to consider. Just make sure that the format works for you. I've come across a great middle ground with options like Intrepid's classic trips. They attract a wide range of people who share similar interests and offer comfortable accommodation, cultural experiences, and free time to unwind too. Now, I've not had the chance to take one of these tours in recent years, but I'd love to try it soon. If you have, be sure to share your experience with us in the comments below. But when I have done similar in the past, I've paid for a single supplement because having my own space is priceless. You might find the same, so think about it if your budget allows. Oh, and here's another thing. If you're feeling down after your trip, treat yourself to something nice when you get back, like a day trip or a fancy meal out. If you can swing it, book a day or two off work as well to help you ease back into your daily life. Here's another question. In an age of social media where getting the latest Instagram location seems to be all that anyone is chasing, well, surely there must be more to travel than that. How can we make our travel experiences more meaningful? Sometimes traveling can really wear you out. In a world full of content and advice, this is one of them. It's easy to lose curiosity and purpose, which can affect how we feel. Now, I loved reading Stephen W. Brock's Hidden Travel for great tips on making trips more rewarding, like meeting locals and getting out of your comfort zone. One of my favorite ideas? Whether you're after Tokyo's latest digital masterpiece or brushing up on your Spanish in Mexico, having a goal is key. Having a goal also saves you from decision anxiety. You know, having so many things that you could do that you just can't choose, so you end up doing nothing. Or even worse, spend all your time in what should be a memorable experience thinking about all the things you could be doing instead. So make a plan to do only 3 keystone things a day and stick to it. That way, you pace yourself and don't end up frazzled because of FOMO. And you can engage meaningfully with the experiences you have chosen. Be in that moment, have fun, and be fully present. Now, following this tip can really boost the sense of joy and meaning you get from your experiences. And that's on top of boosting mental health. Other things like talking to a friend, writing in a journal, or doing a short meditation can also help you find deeper meaning in your experiences. Here's the thing. Give a digital detox a try if you're feeling adventurous. Just try to be there. Just that act alone, even if only for a weekend. You can always post your photos on social media in a couple of days. The reality is though that when you're traveling, not everything is going to be a brilliant peak experience. So how do you manage your expectations to a more authentic level when traveling? Alain de Botton's book, The Art of Travel, makes a brilliant point. When we travel, we take ourselves with us, and your partner's messy habits will continue to bug you, and that unresolved work problem will still bother you. And don't forget about all the boring and sometimes stressful stuff that comes with traveling, like waiting forever for your bags and exploring the not so exciting parts of that postcard perfect town. Those pretty Instagram posts and reels and travel blogs don't always show the whole picture. From my experience, travel can be an escape and often brings moments of pure joy and amazement. But you know how it is. There's a whole bunch of dull moments in between the good ones. So be positive, but also be practical. Don't expect too much. Don't compare to impossible ideals and be ready for things to go off track because they most likely will. So that's back to having a plan B, just in case. Or going with the flow. That's always an option if the stakes aren't too high. And remember, you need to look after your physical health and your mental attitude when on the road too. Being mentally strong and having a sense of purpose is great, but it's tough to keep it up if you don't feel physically good. I once got super dehydrated from not drinking enough in hot weather. I took on tons of water, rehydration salts, and a long rest to recover. To state the obvious, I was feeling pretty crappy until my headache and fatigue went away. Now, when you do travel and go away from home, everything can change. From what you do to what you eat and the weather you're in. We all know to be smart about specific advice for our destination, like getting vaccines or avoiding tap water, but we sometimes forget that regular health advice still applies. Getting outside, moving your body, eating well, and getting enough sleep all make you feel good no matter where you are. Travel can be both joyful and stressful, but hopefully following these tips can shift the balance in favor of you experiencing more joy than feeling frazzled and anxious on the road. Check out these tips on how to feel great on that long haul flight you're about to take. I'll see you there.